Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and in today's video we're going to have a look at the latest on the exceptional heat wave which we're seeing peaking on Monday and Tuesday. We now have a red extreme heat warning, danger to life warning in force for many central, southern and northern areas of England, and a more widespread amber extreme heat warning covering all of England, all of Wales into parts of southern Scotland as well for Monday and Tuesday, on top of the extreme heat warning, amber warning we had through Sunday to Tuesday. An exceptional hot spell of weather on Monday and Tuesday, leading to widespread impacts on people and infrastructure. Now, the last update we did on the temperatures was on Thursday afternoon into the evening. We were seeing the models upgrading temperatures back towards that 40-degree range, and that continued through Friday, and that's why we saw this red warning put in force. It's highly likely now we break our all-time temperature record of 38.7 degrees, and it's more than likely, so above a 50% chance, we do reach that 40-degree range within the red extreme heat warning zone. Now, this is unprecedented sort of temperatures. I know I'm seeing a lot of mixed views on this. Some people saying this is going to be horrible, others people saying it's going to be nothing. They've experienced hot weather abroad before. But the big impact, the big thing here is the UK is not built for hot weather. It's just as simple as that. Our homes are insulated. Many areas where you go on holiday and it's extremely hot, the homes are not insulated because it never gets below 25 degrees. Indoor areas have air conditioning, things like that. The UK has none of that. Our infrastructure cannot deal with it. So we can see by this extreme heat warning that the Met Office and now widely government and many agencies within the government do believe we're now going to be seeing widespread impact. Cobra warnings, of course, have been happening over the last couple of days, and we are unlikely to see big impacts from this. So what to expect from the Met Office? Population-wide adverse health effects experience not limited to those most vulnerable to extreme heat, leading to serious illness or danger to life. Government advises that 999 services should be used in emergencies only. Seek advice from 111 if you need non-emergency health advice. Substantial changes in working practices and daily routine will be required. High risk of failure of heat-sensitive systems and equipment, potentially leading to localised loss of power and other essential services such as water or mobile phone services. Again, going back to my point that our infrastructure is not built for hot weather. A lot of things we have in our country, just things you might not even think of, above certain heat thresholds will falter, will stop working, and we're only going to see the extent of that issues through Monday and Tuesday, really. Significantly more people will be visiting coastal areas, rivers, lakes, and so there's going to be an increased risk of water safety as well, so an indirect impact of the heat, and there'll be delays on roads and road closures, along with delays and cancellations of rail and air travel, with significant welfare issues for those who experience even moderate delays. Since schools cancelled already, or schools advise kids wear PE kit, so it's going to be intense. And of course, there's one thing that's a bit close to my heart as well, is please everyone take care of your pets as well. It's very difficult to tell when pets are very hot. Sometimes people do sort of ignore them, but see them for a couple of hours and they can get into very extreme difficulty in these sort of temperatures. Above 30 degrees for most dogs is a pretty dangerous territory, so 40 degrees is severely life-threatening for many dogs, especially if they are overweight, especially if they do have a lot of hair. Remember, dogs can't sweat. Their only way of really cooling down is through panting, and that's why we've seen them normally pant. So please do take care of your pets. They will struggle in this heat, so make sure you try and keep them cool in as many ways as possible. The other impact we're going to be seeing from this, which is shown in the further details, is the nighttime temperatures. Exceptional, perhaps record-breaking temperatures are likely on Monday, then again on Tuesday. Nights are also likely to be exceptional warm, so we're likely to break our all-time low record, or our highest low ever. Potentially could be only 25 or 26 degrees, maybe even 27 in some areas of urban London, and this will likely lead to widespread impacts on people and infrastructure. Temperatures are expected to drop away from Wednesday onwards. That is lucky that it does not look likely now it will continue into Wednesday. It does look like temperatures widely through Wednesday will be back into the 20s, maybe still high 20s for some in the south and the east, but still back in the 20s, so a good 10-degree temperature drop. So red extreme heat warning, severe conditions are coming, and for the rest of this video we're going to be having a look at what those temperatures could be. Now, another impact that is not to do exactly with us as humans, but we could see some severe impacts to the environment in terms of the wildfire severity index, or just fire index in general. This is from the Met Office. I don't normally look at this, but considering the heat we're having, you can see there is exceptional chance or exceptional fire index through many areas of England into parts of Wales as well, especially where we have that red warning, and quite high to very high elsewhere. So big risk of fires as well. So if you are living anywhere near areas that have been susceptible to wildfires or just fires in general, please do be aware. If you see smoke, make sure you get in touch with emergency services, and of course take the necessary precautions. And of course, if you are smoking, please do not drop your cigarette butts outside or extinguish any sort of fires out there. It can spread very quickly as the ground is so dry. We've got a lot of areas that are exceptionally dry, so things can travel so quickly. And normally, if you drop a cigarette butt when it's nice and moist out there, it may not come to anything. But while it's like literally like a tinderbox out there, we can see impacts. So this is why we've got exceptional warning out. So please, everyone, do take care. Now, if we do have a look at the live radar, so this just needs to update quickly. But we will be able to see there is a bit of precipitation in northern and western areas at the moment, as we are still a little bit away from the hottest air that is arriving through Sunday night, as it is, of course, Saturday afternoon to the evening as I'm recording this, around 5:30 to 6 o'clock. And you can see most areas are quite sunny and dry, with temperatures peaking in around that high 20s, 30-degree mark today. But we can see rain is moving across the Northern Ireland, and into Scotland as well. A bit of showers potentially there for the open as well up in St Andrews. But elsewhere, it is very warm and dry. And again, if we have a look at those temperatures, you can see it is widely up into the reds, and that is sort of high 20s, low 30s. So peaking maybe 30 degrees today, couple degrees higher tomorrow, maybe 32, 33, before skyrocketing on Monday up towards 40, and Tuesday as well into the 40s as well. Different models have different opinions on what's going to be the hottest day, either on Monday or Tuesday. I'd say the majority have the heat peaking on Tuesday, but it does all depend on the breakdown, how quickly cooler air and thundery weather does come in. Now, we will continue to have a look at the thunderstorm risk. We won't have a look at it today, as I do want to concentrate on the immediate risks of the red warning and the temperatures, but we'll certainly have a look at that tomorrow, as that thundery breakdown will decide how hot it is for areas in the west on Tuesday, or how quickly that thundery breakdown come in will decide the temperatures, and of course the risk of thunderstorm through Tuesday night and Wednesday as well. But for the moment, it's very warm across many central areas, and this heat is just going to spread. These sort of temperatures we're seeing now of high 20s, low 30s could be the lowest temperatures in the British Isles come Monday and Tuesday. So exceptional heat incoming. So if we do have a look at the UK Met Office run, the first model for today, if we do start on the precipitation, and then we'll have a look at the temperature. Now, do run through it, you can see a bit of precipitation moving through. It all just spreads northwards and moves away by tomorrow afternoon. Hardly any precipitation except for the far north of Scotland. Clouds still about, but it will clear. And through Monday, you can see blue skies for many, a few bit of cumulus clouds there, but widely dry and incredibly hot. As we move to Tuesday, you can see incredibly dry and hot. But you can see the thundery weather gathering in the west, and that's what could cool things down across parts of Wales and southwest England for Tuesday. Might not be quite as hot there, but elsewhere in the east, still incredibly hot. Could even be hotter, as I said, than Monday, just because that heat builds. We start from a higher base at 9 a.m. in the morning. Once we sort of get that heating really going, we start from a higher base, so it could elevate those temperatures even higher. And as we head to Wednesday, you can see heavy thunderstorms move through, and things go fresher after that. Now, for the max temperatures, you can see this afternoon temperatures peaking around the mid to high 20s, locally 29, 30 degrees here or there. As we move through to tomorrow afternoon, widely good 3 to 5 degrees hotter. Back up into the low 30s for many, 31, 32 degrees, maybe the isolated 33, 34, and you couldn't even rule out maybe a 35 here or there from this run. And as we head through to Monday, look at those temperatures, widely mid to high 30s, getting up towards 40 degrees within that red warning zone through East Anglia, the East Midlands into North East England and the London area. Incredibly hot, smashing our all-time temperature record. And as we head towards Tuesday, you can see overnight the coolest it's going to get at around 3 a.m. is mid to high 20s. Some areas not dropping below 26, 27 or 28 degrees. Horrible weather for sleeping. So if you are struggling to sleep on Monday night into early hours of Tuesday, it's for this reason. Widely high teens, low 20s, mid to high 20s across England and Wales. Incredible conditions. We call this a pretty warm day if this was our daytime high, not our nighttime low. And Tuesday afternoon, an exceptional breadth of 40 to 42 degrees across northeast England into generally northern England, East Midlands, East Anglia, London and the southeast. Incredibly hot here for Wednesday, much cooler, back down into the mid-20s, so much more pleasant. And of course, the reason why we're seeing this is the incredibly hot air mass, and you can see that emphasised around 22, 23, maybe 24 degrees at 850 HPA, and again, it's pretty exceptional to see above 20 degrees at 850 HPA in the UK. We have seen it before, but it's the widespread nature of this. We've never seen the 20 degree isotherm reach Scotland, and it is smashing through Scotland there. 22 degrees could get up towards the southern parts of Scotland. Exceptionally hot. It's just the widespread nature of this heat, and it's lasting for multiple days, building on an already very warm, hot and dry period before it. It's all just creating the perfect storm for extreme temperatures. Now, if we do have a look at the temperatures here from the ARPEGE, again, just have to wait for it to load there, and you can see the 3 p.m. temperatures today, widely in the mid to high 20s. So not too bad today, but it's going to be increasing pretty rapidly over the coming hours. Now, if we run through to Sunday afternoon, you see those temperatures rising to around 31, 32, maybe 33 or 34 degrees. So very hot heatwave conditions, but it's got nothing on Monday. See those temperatures rise widely to the mid to high 30s, 38, 39 degrees, highly likely there. Slightly cooler than the UK Met Office run. Again, there is variation in the model, but this would smash the all-time temperature record, but would struggle to get towards 40 degrees. That's why I said at the start of the video, I'm 99% sure we're going to break our all-time temperature record. Still, a little bit of doubt whether we'll smash 40 degrees, because we are seeing certain model runs which only get us towards 38, 39, but regardless, it's still going to be incredibly hot. You see those nighttime lows around 3 a.m. on Tuesday of around 25, 26 degrees. So yeah, not dropping low at all. It's going to be incredibly hot. And for Tuesday afternoon, widely 38, 39. And actually, we do see the isolated 40 degree here. So we would reach the 40 degree here on the ARPEGE run. So that's 2 runs now, both going for 40 degrees. So yeah, incredibly hot, incredible conditions here. And you can see that cooler air from the southwest doesn't sweep in anywhere near as early as the UK Met Office run does. So we're seeing 35, 36 all the way to the southern parts of Wales, down into southwest England as well. And luckily though, by Wednesday, we're seeing those temperatures much better. Only mid-20s for many, maybe the high 20s, 29, 30 degrees across East Anglia, as I said, but that will feel much colder compared to Monday and Tuesday. 30 degrees feeling much colder. That is nothing. Something I never thought I'd really say. I never thought I'd say a 10 degree temperature drop day on day would lead us to 30 degrees. It's just ridiculous, this upcoming spell. Now, if we finish by having a look at the GFS. Now, again, some may say the GFS is not the most accurate model, but I thought I'd give it a little bit of a showing here, just simply because it is the run that picked up on this heat wave a good 2 weeks ago now. I remember the first couple of days of July putting out videos saying potentially extreme weather coming, and it has arrived, and it is coming. Well, it's arrived within the short-range models, and it is coming in the next sort of 2 or 3 days. So this was a great job from the GFS, because we did see this coming from quite a long way out. Amber warnings have been enforced for a week now, or well, a week coming once we reach the by tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be a week. So well recorded by the GFS. So I'll just have a look at what it is showing today. So you can see 27, 28, 29 degrees. Maybe the isolated 30 this afternoon, and through to Tomorrow afternoon we see those temperatures once again getting into the low 30s, 32, 33, 34 degrees. Could be our hottest day of the year so far tomorrow, but as I said, it's going to be smashed through Monday and Tuesday. You can see through Monday afternoon, widely high 30s, even down into parts of southwest England towards the coast, high 30s, and we're seeing that 40 degrees in the East Midlands, East Anglia towards the London area. And for Tuesday, exceptional conditions, widely mid to high 30s once again, and that area of 40, 41, maybe the I say 42 degrees from northeast England through the Midlands, East Anglia, down through London into the southeast, and also you can see towards the Liverpool area, also 40 degrees as well. That would smash temperature records across the country. Because remember, the 38.7 degrees that we've seen is in Cambridge, and widely elsewhere we've never really exceeded 35, 36 degrees, and we are going to smash that. I believe Liverpool have never recorded anything higher than 35 degrees, and we're going to be seeing 40 degrees from this GFS run. Truly exceptional conditions coming up. So if you haven't taken the necessary precautions, make sure you've got a fan ready, things like that, and if you have got plans in the day on Monday and Tuesday, I'd very much think about making sure you've got some or make sure you've taken into account the heat really. And if you are going out, make sure you stay hydrated, get the UV sun cream as well. It is going to be extreme. It's very difficult for us to envisage because we've never seen anything like this before. That's the most unprecedented thing about this. We've just never seen anything like this before. We've seen cold weather before. We've seen very cold weeks and months before. It's happened for the last couple of 100 years, but we've never seen anything this hot. We've never seen anything this widely hot. Yes, people go back to the summer of 76 where it was widely hot, but never got much above the mid-30s. It was low 30s for a prolonged period of time. This is 5 to 10 degrees higher, yes, for only 2 or 3 days, but we don't need that much in terms of longevity of this sort of heat to cause significant disruption. But luckily, by Wednesday, you can see back towards the mid to low 20s, and the isolated, as I said, 30 to 31, maybe 32 degrees across the East Anglia, but still around an 8 to 10 degree temperature drop on the day before. So yeah, you can see all runs are on board now. Pretty much the headline figure is we're going to break the all-time temperature record. We're going to get to around 40 degrees, maybe even towards 41, 42. A decent chance, I said, to break 40, but I can't guarantee it because there is still some uncertainty. But I do think we'll smash our all-time temperature record by a good half a degree, at least get into the low to mid 39s, as I said, if not into the 40s as well. But the big thing is it's going to be widely hot. This is not just a bullseye area. Widely areas are going to be 36, 37, 38. And then quite a few areas will be 39, 40, and maybe even higher locally. Truly exceptional conditions. So if we do finish the video, we'll just have a look at the ensembles, and you can see this massive peak in upper air temperatures, getting towards 24 degrees at 850 HPA for London. In the longer term though, back towards average. There are some still very warm hot runs coming in the mid to longer range, but for the time being it's looking much more towards average, which for London is around 24 degree highs. So still warm, pleasant conditions. Much rather be seeing those sort of conditions than the sort of the high 30s, low 40s. But we've just got to deal with it over the next 3 or 4 days, and hopefully much cooler weather comes in the longer term. And of course, if you're looking forward to thunderstorms as well, there's the potential through the middle to end of next working week. We do see something quite substantial, as we saw on that UK Met Office run. But as I said, I'll concentrate on that a little bit more tomorrow. But I did want to get this video out, going through the red warning and have a look at the various models for the temperatures that we're seeing today. So yeah, dangerous conditions coming up. Please do heed the warnings. It's going to be extreme out there. Most people should be alright. It's not going to massively impact every single person, but there is a significant number of people who are vulnerable, who could be affected by this, and as well as I said, pets can be significantly affected by this as well. And generally, if you are doing strenuous activity, even if you are young and fit, it can cause issues as well. But if you do stay hydrated, stay in the shade through the peak hours of the day. Make sure you do keep a lot of ventilation going through your house, making sure you do have a fan if you are getting a bit hot. If you are, make sure you, of course, keeping everything as cool as possible. I do think we will get through this. It is only a couple of days, but it will be severe for the short period it is here. So as I said, take all the necessary precautions. I'm not an expert on this. I'm not the expert on how to stay cool. Just good at looking at the models. So if you do have more questions on this, do check out the Met Office warnings, the Environmental Agency, and again, there's plenty of articles out there from the BBC or any news source really on how to stay cool out in this hot weather. So do check those out on more details. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed an unprecedented time with these temperatures, and again, we'll just have to see what happens exactly, but I'll keep you up to date here over the next couple of days. As I said, we'll have a look at the thunderstorm risk tomorrow, and of course we'll have a look at the latest models for those temperatures last minute really tomorrow afternoon as well. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and stay safe out there over the next few days.